Question: who's ready for part two of savings during this wonderful month of October? Be right back. Hey, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How's everybody doing today? Hope that this video, as always, finds everybody doing well. If you are brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran viewer here, a sincere and humble thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're just dropping by to say hello, hello. Hope you come back one day and stick around. Thank you so much, everyone, for liking and sharing this video. I really, really do appreciate every single one of you. Going to continue today with our October savings, part two. And by the way, if you missed part one, just simply roll it back to yesterday and go back to yesterday's show, and you'll get the first date. There you go. Okay, here we go. Number 9 for October savings. Stock up on box cake mixes that go on sale. I don't know about where you live, but I noticed a trend over the years that where I am in this part of the world, I do notice that box cake mixes tend to go on sale oftentimes in October. Look around. If you can get a good price, get it, stock up. And I understand from research that actually they're good for a few months past the expiration date, but always check the expiration date. From my understanding, box cake mixes are supposedly still good between 4 to 5 months past the expiration date. So you may want to double check that to make absolutely sure. And it's always good to, be aware of that, because box cake mix does not last forever, like some people think, but it doesn't. Okay, step up your pre-holiday weekly savings. How you doing with savings? Tell me, are you doing okay? You starting to really pile it up, especially for the holidays? Because we did start that savings challenge, and I will go into that separate video one day very soon, okay? Step up your pre-holiday savings and ask yourself, what can you do this month to save $25 per week? Or if you'd rather say $100 this month. Sometimes when we use the bigger number, sometimes that sounds a little intimidating. I have to save $100 this month. Break it up into little baby bite sizes. I think that works for most people. What can you do? What can I do? What can we both do to save $25 this week? Sit down with a pen and paper and figure it out. Examine your day, examine your habits, and you just might find a solution. There you go. You might shock yourself. There you go. Okay, stick to your allowable spending plan as much as possible. Some people call it budget, some people call it spending plan. It's all good. It's all the same. It all works for me. But work within your plan. Don't feel like you're suffocating, because you got to keep your eye on the prize. And of course, there always should be a little wiggle room in between. And of course, you should always have some of that mad, crazy money I talk about. For me, it's $20 a month. And matter of fact, I'm just going to throw this in for good measure. The other day, what I do with my mad, crazy money, I got myself a really, really good hero outside, and I ate it up in about 2 days. I didn't eat it all at once. It was huge. It was with my favorite ingredients. And it's not something I do often, because after all, it is with my mad, crazy money. In addition, I purchased a pumpkin pie. I had a guest over, and we shared everything, and it was A-okay. So that's what I did with my mad, crazy $20. Do you have mad, crazy money? How much do you allow yourself? And you really should permit yourself a little bit of wiggle room. So that way, you don't feel so deprived, okay? Even though we're doing the right thing. Let's see. Re-examine upcoming social events and the money that you save on those that can go towards holiday gift shopping. Do you have on your calendar social events that are you're kind of lukewarm about them? You're not that excited about it? Well, yeah, if I feel like that about going somewhere, why would I spend my money on it? Why would you? The money you save there Not only are you making yourself happier by not doing something you really don't want to do, you're mediocre about, let's talk about like unnecessary type of a thing. I mean, maybe it's just a great idea for you to do it another time when you really want to, or when you have the funds. Be honest, if you don't have the funds, don't spend them. Do not live beyond your means. That rule is 24/7, every month of the year, for the rest of your life. Next, do not overspend on Halloween expenses. If you're not into Halloween, but every neighbor on your block is, do you feel compelled to have to do the Halloween thing all the way? Do what you would like to do, of course, but maybe consider modifying some of your expenses. Did you overspend on Halloween? Were you eating candy corn on St. Patrick's Day? That means you overspent and you got stuck with candy corn. Some people don't even like candy corn. I'm just using that as an example. Think about it. Examine your habits from last year. Maybe it'll be a really good rule of measure for this year. But every year is changeable and everybody's situation is changeable because life itself is always flexible and always changeable. What might have worked 3 years ago may not work right now. Next, stock up on longer lasting root vegetables for big pots of soups and beautiful stews because now the weather's chillier in many places. So stock up in the beginning of the month on your longer lasting root vegetables and make up a big old couple of pots of stuff and freeze some of it. Always find some room for do-overs, otherwise known as leftovers. I like calling them do-overs. I came up with this recently in my head. I don't know if I heard it elsewhere or it just popped in my head. I said, why do we call it leftovers? Why don't we call it do-overs? Because you're redoing a meal and you're taking what you have and you're redesigning it. Sometimes you just want it the way it was the other day because you love it the way it was. That's totally okay. But some people have a problem with the word leftovers. Me personally, leftovers, do-overs, they are my friend. They are my wallet's friend. They are my budget's friend. And they are my bank account's friend. So for me, I do not feel negative towards those things. They are our friends. Next, have a family-friendly indoor movie night. Treat yourself to your favorite movie. Treat yourself to time by yourself. That doesn't have to cost you anything other than the decision you might make to shut your phone down or not look at your device for 2 hours. It can be done. It really, really can be done. And be a kid again sometimes. Make yourself that popcorn. Skip rope. Just be silly, happy silly, good silly. Just purely having fun with great intention and just chill out and just totally relax. Next, enjoy the great outdoors. As I mentioned earlier on another video, maybe yesterday's first video, I believe I said that. If you are blessed with a backyard, take full advantage of your backyard. Make some s'mores, have your friends over, do all the things that you can do. And then finally, I'm going to ask you to fill in this one. Tell me, what are your most favorite things to do? Let us know. In October, in the fall, what things bring you joy? Is it bobbing for apples? Is it making an apple pie? Is it doing a pumpkin pie? Whatever. Let us know. I would really like to find out. There you go. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really do appreciate who? You. Don't forget to come back in the future for some more savings, tips, and tricks. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to try to end this show. Let's see what we could do without screwing it up. Hang on. I survived it. We survived it. Have a great, amazing, and fantastic October.